Hey everyone, it is Chris Hodge doing a quick snip with the Bet Big Talk Loud podcast. It is Monday, October 27th. And let me just say what we are all thinking, okay? Professional sports, college sports as well, it doesn't matter. There is a referee officiating, whatever you want to call it. There is a problem, okay? And I'm going to go through this all right here on the Bet Big Talk Loud podcast, because what I am watching and what is happening in these games, there is no other explanation for it other than what we are all thinking. Is this all set up? I mean, let's take yesterday, for example. We all saw the tush push. Now, Philadelphia has done a great job running that play, but they've gotten some liberties this year with the play, with jumping off sides and other things. For them to run in and say that forward progress was stopped on that play when the Giants clearly recovered a fumble, when Jalen Hurts clearly was not stopped, for that whistle to be blown as late as it was is criminal. Get the call right. Okay, you are a $23 billion organization. Get the call right, because when stuff like that now happens with what the NBA went and did last week, okay, now any lay person out there with a brain starts to think, what's going on? You are partners with the sports books. Any normal person would say, something shady here. Why do you want that as a product? Just get the call right. You got 72 cameras in the building. Just get it right. Okay, but they screw that up. I said it when I was on with JR last week, or Friday, with what you watch at 12 o'clock on a Saturday and how that game is officiated, college football, and then you watch at 3:30, it's completely different. It's different rules. Same sport, different rules. Okay? Couple weeks ago, the Jet fans will remember this. Monday Night Football, Miami, New York Jets. Garrett Wilson caught a touchdown in that game where he ever so slightly pushed off. And it wasn't even that, really. Offensive pass interference. Same thing happened to the Giants yesterday. Offensive pass interference. Go over to the Sunday night game. Watch what the tight end does on the 3rd and 5 play from when Green Bay was backed up on their own 10-yard line early in the second half. Jordan Love gets pressured, just throws the ball up. The guy basically two-hand pushes the D-back away, who unfortunately suffered an injury after that play. No call. Did we all see the offsides last night with Green Bay? Clearly offsides. No call. How about the guy on the punt who was getting raped by 2 guys? He's getting raped. His buddy comes over to help him out. They say he instigated it. This is a problem right now. You just had the head referee who did the Georgia-Auburn game a few weeks ago get suspended basically for life. This is a problem when you are partners with the sports books, because any sane person will say, what the hell is going on? And now you're getting to a point where people aren't taking your product seriously. It's like when a politician talks. Does anyone take a politician seriously? I mean, they go on TV and they'll say, the murder rate's going down. And, no, sir, look at the paper here. The murder rate's going down. No, don't pay attention to that. Or one guy, the polls don't matter. Look at the polls, until someone says, well, your poll numbers suck too. And, the polls don't matter. No one takes a politician seriously, if we're being honest with ourselves. And lifelong sports fan in the sports betting industry. I've done very well for my life, 20 years doing this, over 20 years doing this. And I'm watching these games like, what is going on? And I can't understand why you're an NFL, you're the NFL, $23 billion in revenue in 2024, okay? Which I'm sure in 2025 will be exceeded. Why are your officials not full-time officials? Pay them well. Pay them. They're the officials of a $23 billion corporation. Give the head referee $750,000 a year. Give the people under them, $500, $400. Make it a great job. Make it a great job. But also within that job, make them come to work Monday through Friday, study film, get in shape, go over rules interpretations, watch the teams that you will be officiating this week, see what they run, okay? Talk to the head coaches. Hey, this is what's allowed. This is what's not allowed. And have your job performance be scrutinized like all of us in the history of the world that don't work for $23 billion corporations. If you work in a bullshit sales office and your sales numbers are down in a month, you get fired or let go or demoted. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm saying that's just the way of the world. Make them full-time, make them be in shape, get their friggin' eyes tested because they clearly can't see anything, okay? And make sure if they screw up, they suffer the consequences like the rest of the world. Why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you do that if you're the NFL? Why? What is the explanation for that? To have part-time, a referee blows a call, yeah, full-time job somewhere else. Oh, I don't get to be an NFL referee. I'll go back to my job as a lawyer, where he probably makes more. Make them full-time. I mean, you got to a point, think about it like this, right? And if there's any athletes out there listening, you know this is true. Athlete fucks up in a game. Athlete messes up. What does that athlete have to do? That athlete has to stand literally 5 or 10 minutes after the game when his adrenaline hasn't even worn off yet. He's still in a bad mood, okay, if they lost, all right? And he has to explain why he didn't make a play. He has to stand in front of his locker with nitwits in the media, okay? Because there's another group of people no one takes seriously. We got politicians in the media. No one takes seriously, okay? But he has to stand up. It's actually in his contract that he has to stand up and say, this is what happened. This is what went wrong. My bad. I should have made that play. I could have done better, okay? When this guy is dying inside, we've all been there. Well, we got to stand in front of our locker, okay? I had to do this 25 years ago on not a big level. Not a big level. 1AA, not a big level, okay? And you have to give an educated, polite answer. You say something about a referee, they find the hell out of you. Where are these refs after a game? Why don't they have to stand? Why aren't they scrutinized? Hey, everybody on Green Bay jumped off sides last night. How did you guys fuck that up? Get the answer. Or, hey, 4 or 5 years ago, they stopped the Saints from going to the Super Bowl. And I'm not trying to bring up old stuff, but you stopped the team from going to the Super Bowl because you messed up a call. You cannot tell me that referee's name right now. You don't know who it is. Why didn't that guy, for all I know, he's still officiating in the NFL. Who knows? He's officiating somewhere, and he's terrible because if you can blow that call, you can blow any call. So that's my point. You have a problem. Anyone who's watching this sport right now, college football and the NFL, if you're watching high-level football right now, you are sitting there and as a fan or as someone who wagered on the game, you are sitting there like, what on earth is going on? The Eagles are the best team, or they won the Super Bowl last year, a great football team. And they very well might be the best football team this year. The people in Philadelphia would admit that. Right? They love their team. The people in Philadelphia are also smart fans. They know that was a fumble yesterday. Everyone who gambled on the game, everyone who watched the game, fans of the Giants, fans of the Eagles, you know that's a fumble. His progress wasn't stopped. The whistle didn't blow until Thibodeau had the ball in his hand. And a nitwit ref comes in and makes an outright terrible call. Can't challenge forward progress being stopped. Stop it. Forward progress wasn't stopped. And by the way, I hate the Giants. I'm not a fan of them. I can't stand them. Okay? This isn't spilled milk. This is get it right. Get it right. That's what this is. You have cameras everywhere. Just get the goddamn thing right when you are partners with a sports book. Okay? It's laughable. It's absolutely laughable. You got the NBA and all they did. You still see LeBron James on DraftKings commercials. It is so hypocritical, but that is the world we live in right now, which is fine. If it's going to be a hypocritical world, it's a hypocritical world. Okay, whatever. But now you're gambling on it. Okay, it's like buying, they were from the stock market. It's like buying into a stock, and then the company just deciding, we got enough, we'll just tank this. Or if you invest in real estate, okay, what they do back in 2008, they gave credit to everyone, tanked the market. Like, it's so out of everyone's control, right? But now we're watching it. There's no show to watch a house being sold or bought that anyone really pays attention to. You go watch what's going to be the top 10 highest rated programs in 2025. They're all going to be football games. Everyone in the world and everyone in the United States watching this thing. $23 billion corporation. God knows what the NCAA is making. They're criminals. They can't disclose everything because the players are going to want it. Okay? At the end of the day, everyone's watching it. And a lot of people are gambling on it. And you're just not getting it right. Now, again, for everyone who was on the Giants yesterday, they had people on the Eagles. But the people on the Eagles know, wow, the call went our way. Why? Why is that the question? The call went our way. How about the better team wins the game? If the team played better in the game, they do not need help from the Eagles. Don't need the refs' help to beat the friggin' Giants, even though the Giants beat them a few weeks ago. They don't need their help. The Eagles are a better football team. Okay? But Pittsburgh, Green Bay last night. Terribly officiated game. As bad as it gets. Georgia Auburn, we spoke about it a couple weeks ago. Guy gets suspended forever. Terribly officiated game. Jobs are on the line. That guy from Auburn beats Georgia? That's a big feather in his cap. Right? That's big. You got these unathletic, moronic officials costing games, costing jobs, costing careers, and the people in charge don't want to do anything about it. You want to just keep running them out there. That's a problem. That's a problem. So you want to call this a rant? I don't have sour grapes. I'm just watching it from I'm watching it from a fan perspective. I'm watching it from a gambling perspective. Okay? I love watching football. I love watching basketball. Right now, I don't trust anything. It's comical. The research that has to be done on these officials is insane. It's insane. You never know what they're going to call at any given moment in any different game. Tell me I'm wrong. You out there tell me I'm wrong, because you guys feel the same exact way. And until this problem gets fixed, they should have full-time officials in college. College, God knows the billions they make in college. The college football playoff infuses how many hundreds and hundreds of millions and billions of dollars into these organizations, into these teams, into these universities. And by the way, another coach just got fired. We talk about this. Kelly, I mentioned that a couple weeks ago. I said, when the hell did he ever win a big game? But you know what he did? He also won 70% of his games. So now we're on a point where if you win 70% of your games, that's no good either. We're just at a crazy point of life. But what can you do? You just got to put your head down. You got to keep walking forward, one foot in front of the other, and keep doing your job to the best of your ability. Even though they try to rob you at every freaking given turn, whether it be the politicians, the sports leagues, or whoever else. They just try to rob you wherever which way you go. But it's my job to make sure we do enough research to say, oh, hey, this ref is on this game, and this guy calls this. Maybe we need to get off this game because something shady's going on. Yeah, it's just the truth. The guys who are my clients, they don't have the opportunity to do that Monday through Friday. You know who they depend on to do that? Me. That's what I'll do. That's what I've always done. Put the research in, put the work in, put the time in, study the film, study the tape, watch the games, go over it, make an educated decision on what you're looking at based on where the point spread is, and hope to God you don't get robbed. Simple and plain. So, listen, like I said, to start, I think the NFL has an officiating problem. I think we're all witnessing that. Hopefully, they get it changed. If not, hey, we just keep doing these videos and keep laughing about it. It's all you can do. So I want everyone out there to have a great Monday. Listen, I just wanted to get that out there. And if you agree, great. If you disagree, great. You know, I always say that's a great thing about our country. Let's agree respectfully. Let's disagree respectfully. That's where we need to get back to, you know. But we'll see. So everyone out there, have a great Monday. JR and I will be on with a special guest on Friday. We got a fun one coming up. We had Glenn Cadrez on this past Friday. Former two-time Super Bowl winner. We got another special guest coming up on Friday that I'm very excited about. So everyone have a great Monday, and we'll catch you back on Friday on the Bet Big Talk Loud podcast.